Hey everyone, this is David J, CPA. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Boy, do I have a good one for you today. This is another financial news update. I found a pretty interesting stat about student loan cancellation. How much in student loans have already been canceled, and where did it go and where did it come from? I think this is going to be a good one for you this evening. But before we dive into that, all I ever ask is that you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit notifications, and hit all. That way you can stay up to date on every video that gets uploaded to this channel. And then to get you one step closer to becoming financially free and keep you updated on the latest financial news. So let's get into this today. To continue in the vein of financial news updates and student loan cancellations and what is going on right now in the world today, I did find a pretty interesting stat today that stated that nearly $90 billion has already been canceled, quote unquote canceled, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, wait a minute. We have not heard of any legislation. We have not heard of any executive orders. We do not get any updates about this regarding where our student loan debt's going to be canceled. So, where did this $90 billion come from? Because it has been canceled. It has been wiped clean. Now, how can this be? Well, the cancellation of student loan debt comes from the suspension period of the repayment. Now, this has happened due to borrowers not having to pay on their student loans for nearly 15 months. In addition to that, when this legislation passed by both President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden, the interest rate for these loans has been reduced to 0% for all federal student loans. So the government has essentially canceled 15 months of interest that they could have been earning on the student loan portfolio. And this is where we're seeing this. This equates to nearly $90 billion in interest that the government has lost due to this repayment suspension and due to the interest rate being 0%. As I stated in my previous video, the repayment period is expected to begin again after September 30th of this year. However, another extension is not off of the table. There is still a possibility that we could see another extension of this repayment suspension. So that is not off the table. If there is in fact another extension, the interest that could have been earned due to this repayment extension not happening, if it does happen, the interest that could have been earned during this extended period of time can be added on to this cancellation amount that we're already seeing. So borrowers are actually saving quite a lot of money just by reducing that interest rate down to 0%. According to the Forbes.com article entitled "Student Loan Cancellation Will Top $90 Billion During the COVID-19 Pandemic" by Zach Friedman, the U.S. Department of Education just released data showing that federal student loan borrowers have saved nearly $5 billion as a whole each month we have been in our deferment period. Now, Friedman also goes on to state that from now, this day, until the end of September, which is where the current deferment will end, borrowers will save an additional $25 billion due to not having to pay interest on your federal student loans. This means that during the course of the repayment halt, $115 billion has been canceled just by reducing that interest rate to 0%. Quite a lot of money being saved here. There has also been a petition going around on change.com. If you do not know what change.com is, it is a place where people can create petitions to influence change in the world. There has been a petition on change.com asking for signatures in attempts to influence the Biden administration to increase the speed of developing a process to cancel student loan debt for federal loan borrowers. This petition has received more than 1 million signatures. As stated in yesterday's update, President Biden went on the record and stated that he would rather Congress handle the cancellation of debt through legislation instead of him producing an executive order. But that has not stopped him from canceling certain borrowers' student loan debts since he has been in office. Get this. He canceled $1 billion of student loans for 72,000 federal loan borrowers because they attended a school that engaged in deceptive or illegal practices, or they closed suddenly. That is a federal law. You can do that. And then he canceled another $1.3 billion in federal student loans for borrowers who were permanently disabled. So there are talks of cancellations going around. There has been some cancellations that have happened, and the federal student loan debt cancellations going on during the COVID-19 pandemic due to the interest rate being 0% has gone to nearly $90 billion, and we will see that grow to nearly $115 billion during the course of this current deferment. Now, if this gets extended again, we will see that increase. But there was quite a lot of push from federal student loan borrowers to get some kind of cancellation. As I stated also in yesterday's video, borrowers are pushing, and many politicians are also pushing the Biden administration to come up with some type of executive order to cancel $50,000 per borrower. And the Biden administration has come back and pushed back and said that they are willing to do $10,000 per borrower, but he would rather Congress make this happen through legislation. So that is your financial news update for this evening. If you have not already, please click that subscribe button. Join us at this channel. I'm going to have a lot of great content coming, and please click the link in the description at my Patreon. We're trying to build a community for people to talk about financial independence, financial strategies, and different budgeting techniques that help them. If you are wanting to get yourself back on financial track or take your financial planning to the next level, this is the place for you to go and to grow. So, as always, let's get out there and become financially free.